I am Linda Niller, and my teaching unit was for 4th and 5th grade students to create a Google site. I made up a schedule and entered all of the standards that would be met with this site. I gave the students different ideas for topics and told them they could come up with their own. Then I had students sign up for a partner and a topic. The first class that I did this with, I had them come up and just type with my keyboard onto the spreadsheet and take turns. That took more time than I really wanted it to. Next day, I shared the spreadsheet in Google Classroom and allowed all students to edit it. That did not work very well either because some students did not follow directions and were typing on other students' lines and even went into my other class and started changing things there. So I decided I wanted to try Flipgrid. My students had never used Flipgrid, so this was a new tool that they could learn while they worked on their site. So when it came time for the 5th graders to start working, I introduced them to Flipgrid. Each one of them recorded a video stating who their partner was and what their topic was. And then I watched those videos and copied the links onto the spreadsheet to give them access in case they wanted to use those videos on their website. When they complete each item that's required, they will drag an X up to cover up that box. So far, we have only just begun working on our homepage. I don't have any students that are ready to cross off homepage. There are some things on the homepage for next time that I have actually learned from students and what they want to be able to do. One student, I have helped them download an image and upload it as a logo on their site. So I'm learning right along with them. I had never uploaded to the logo portion of the website. It was very simple, but also the student learned something new in that process. I also have students who are wanting to create videos to go on their website. Another new tool students are learning to use in this process is Screencastify. Our district uses Screencastify, and it is an extension that can be put on their Google account. So if they tell me that they're wanting to record a video, then I am installing it on their Google account and activating their camera and microphone and showing them how to use it. So far, the students that have used it have really enjoyed it. For example, I have 2 girls who are making a website about makeup. They're going to bring makeup in and show other people how to put that makeup on. So that video will then be uploaded into their site. The checklist here is for the things that they may do, but they don't have to. I did start out with this peer review site different, and then in my research, I decided to change it. So the questions I ask at the bottom are different. Instead of something that you like and then something that could be changed, I made it into, I noticed that, and something you could do to make the site better. And then I made examples for the students. So, for example, the middle one, the font on your homepage is difficult to read. Then you could say something you could do to make the site better is find a font that is easier to read. I wanted to give examples of a format that I expected them to use. Next, this rubric I did it and I have redone it based on some classmates in this class saying that they had a separate column for students to assess themselves. Before, I've always just had the student mark and myself mark in the same column, and then it gets kind of messy and confusing, and I'm writing comments on top of their marks. So here I have a column specifically for the student to rate themselves with a 3, 2, 1, or 0. The key is at the bottom. The second column I will mark, and the third column I will put in my comments. And then at the bottom, I've decided I do want to use Flipgrid again. The kids really enjoyed it and they followed directions much better than they did with my Google Sheet. So I have 3 questions at the bottom that I want them to answer that are reflective questions when they're using Flipgrid. So the questions are, if you had more time, what would you add or change about your website? Which is your favorite image, video, or link? And what could Mrs. Neller have done differently to make this process easier? That way I am including them in the reflective process for me for next time when I do these lessons next year. I'll be able to take their comments into account.